Welcome back to the second half. My dick is tingling.
Oh my god, mine too. I'm pumped now.
That's exciting. So, assistants get to do a thing. Cheerleaders worthless, assistants worth it.
I feel like these people that watch the LPs don't really get the full experience after the half.
I think they know exactly what happened during the halftime.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that was a good intro. They don't need any
Right.
more information.
Unfortunately for me, Woop also has a kicker, so that means he can stick it short, and that'll make me doing my two-turn thing a little bit harder.
In my experience, Woop sticks it long.
Right, he also has like a million guard players, so this is actually going to be a 2DB into, or a 1DB, I'm sorry, because I don't have my own guard player, so this will be a 1DB into a minus 2DB.
It's good. That's
With
what you
Suicide
want.
Tank. Yeah, I'm actually not that, I mean, I could have done this with, like, what's his face?
Skull. Oh.
I was actually kind of upset to see that first goal, because minus 2DBing is really not that bad when you're punching someone who does not have block or dodge.
You know, it's fine. It's a 25 out of 36 to not die.
Right. You just have to not roll a skull.
Yeah, it's super easy.
In two rolls. It's super easy, but then sometimes Suicide Tank fails.
Suicide Tank is shit, so.
I have to immediately use my assistant reroll. My assistant coach's reroll.
Oh well.
So, because like players like Celery and Radish are so stupid fast, and like Cauliflower can even get to that ball. What?
I love his naming scheme. You're just
Oh.
sitting here just like detailing the awful things this team of vegetables can do to you.
Cauliflower will fuck you up IRL.
Hey, dude, just cover him in some cheese sauce and eat him. It'll be great. Cauliflower's delicious.
All of these players can get to that ball pretty easily, so I think my best recourse is just to like run the ever living hell away with Elrond Hubbard. So it may seem like I'm running excessively far back, but the thing is, Elrond is 9 movement, so I was standing on the line of scrimmage. I'm now all the way over here. I can now get all the way back to the line of scrimmage next turn.
Yeah, sounds good. Except all he has to do is hit Tina Fey here.
Yeah, Tina Fey, actually Suicide Tank can score from the position he's in.
Yeah,
as
but
well.
he can just cover Suicide Tank with a couple of bodies and it's fine.
Yep. Either way, I'm not necessarily looking for the 2-turn, because I know that Woop is in this for the 2-1 grind.
Yeah. This is with the way his team is built, I think this is just a bad matchup for you out of the gate. Like, I don't know, especially with him receiving first to start the game, he just had a really good chance to just punch you and get an advantage. I don't know.
Well, yeah, the fact that he got to kick off definitely didn't help. The team composition is just kind of a good team against both Bash and Elf, and our team is just, well, they're democracy, so whatever. We've not gotten too into team building and stuff. For the most part, we've done pretty good, but there are always things that you can be doing to. So, like, for example, this War Dancer, obviously that's a level 6 player, so comparable to, say, Elrond Hubbard. Elrond Hubbard is just like really good at scoring, but this War Dancer is obviously very good at punching elves and just being like Mighty Blow Frenzy or whatever. I skipped like a full minute of him putting all of his players on all my players, so you now know that that's what happened.
Yeah, Broccoli is a pretty fucking hot player, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. The War Dancers are very well suited. The War Dancers are the blitzers of the team. They're like blitzers and catchers combined, but they do not have skills for blitzing or catching necessarily. So you can choose to make them however you want. And the fact that all Wood Elf linemen are 7 movement as opposed to 6 means that they're just a little bit easier to get into position to do 2-turn touchdown stuff. So they can actually be useful in like our players. You may be surprised to know that Wood Elves actually have catchers.
They're amazing.
They're movement 8, movement 9.
They're 2, 4, 9, 7.
Oh, check out that leap. Oh, I love leap. They're movement 9, but unfortunately they're strength 2, which to a lot of people is crippling enough of a downside for them not to get picked up.
Yeah, but the difference between them and like human catchers, which are also strength 2, seriously, human catchers are so fucking bad. Why do they exist? Anyway,
Right.
The Wood Elves come on an Agi 4 loaded team with high movement, and they start with sprint. Or, no, sure feet. One of the two. They start with one of them. They're really easy to turn into a one-turner, so I usually level 1 on Wood Elf teams. But it's just me, I guess. Woop's a better player, so listen to him.
His strategy is perfect. So there's obviously a problem that Cauliflower is now in a position to knock the ball free from Elrond. But because Elrond doesn't have sure hands. So I'm kind of forced in a position to do a thing that I am not particularly thrilled to have to do, which is 2-turn. I just don't have the players to really do anything else. And I don't really have a player who could reliably knock down Cauliflower because Suicide Tank is all the way down there. So my plan was to use On the Shelf as a relay player, but because I didn't get the knockdown, might have to reconsider that.
Why didn't you just push Bamboo off?
Bamboo the tree
push
man?
Potato off, sorry. You could have pushed Potato off.
Oh, let me just push this tree man out of the way.
You could have pushed Potato up and just... Oh, I forgot that the tree man starts with stand firm, never mind.
Yeah. The tree man I'll have stand firm.
Yeah, I totally forgot they started with that. They completely ignore me.
Luckily, I am like the most movement ever, so I can actually, believe it or not, I can actually find a nice little gap here where no players can intercept this ball.
Man, Elron, what a player.
Like Asparagus and Onion, those players are in that position to make that happen. And because I have Nerves of Steel, and because I'm Agility 5, I can actually do this. Leaping and passing doesn't really work out well. It's kind of weird. But I know that if I can get to the correct position, which is that square right there, I can do the pass.
I believe in you. I'm just kidding.
Exactly. I think I spent way too much time. I probably should have cut this out. I was trying to make a point about the weird passing and leaping, but that doesn't really matter.
What's wrong with passing and leaping?
It like if you're trying to leap and pass in the same movement, the pass dialogue will show up from the spot before you leap, not after.
I don't think I've ever encountered that. That's really weird.
That's because you're bad at the game.
Okay.
GFI into the end zone, no rerolls, no problems.
Nice. That's gonna be your match thumbnail.
I don't know. This is kind of early in the half.
I don't know. It's happened for like 7 straight games. I think it'll happen again.
Right. I was very cognizant of that fact. So in about 6-7 minutes, I'm planning on scoring again, just to keep the consistency.
Nice. Well, you know what you scoring means, right?
What? Oh yes. You don't need to. Everyone knows you're an alcoholic. You don't need to look for reasons to want to pop a bottle.
Well, the reason was that I was empty. It just happened to coincide.
We all know this. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm going to do is blitz this guard player out of the way. Tina Fey can actually reach the ball, though I have to dodge into a tackle zone and then out of one. Elron is just out of range to be able to go get that ball, which is kind of upsetting. If I would have had kick, this would have been way better. We actually, I don't think, if it's happened, it's been a long time since it happened. But I don't think I've ever gotten the blitz on defense.
You have.
But I don't think I've ever been in a position to catch the ball like this.
No, I don't think so either, but it's definitely happened.
For players like for elf teams and for like Skaven teams, this can be a backbreaking move.
For Skaven especially, it's super bullshit.
Mm-hmm. I rolled 2-2.
Because gunners, with 4 gunners that are all movement 9, they're gonna get someone under the ball.
And even worse than that, they're gonna cage up around the ball.
Yeah, because they can just throw gunner bodies in the way. Fuck, I hate Skaven. Ugh.
Yeah, they're really gross.
Oh, they're so much fun to play against, though, because they're so easy to hurt.
Unfortunately, Tina Fey does not have the dodges today, and 3+ with reroll is too mighty of a task. We're also at the point where not only is the dragon on the line, but I'm missing 1 catcher. 2 catchers? 2 catchers.
Yeah, catchers suck.
Oh, Tina Fey's on the ground. Not great. Never being down against an elf team, being down players against an elf team is never a good thing.
Especially one that's better skilled to deal with an elf team.
Yep.
And fucking War Dancers are still there.
Yep.
War Dancers are so fucking good.
Yep.
Can I have one on my lizard team now?
Yep.
Okay, cool, thank you.
Yeah, I do. I mean, at this point, the players on my team who can get rid of the ball are Suicide Tank and Elven Cheerleader.
Yeah. Well, like, Cyanide does all those cool tournaments where your teams can get players if you win it or whatever.
Fumble, you're speaking of, but yes.
That's what I meant. I didn't mean to say Cyanide. Cyanide fucking sucks.
Yep.
But like I've seen like a Saurus on a dwarf team, or like a Skink on a dwarf team.
Yeah,
like shit like that. Can I get a War Dancer on a lizard team?
I will consult I'll consult the oracles of Cyanide Blood Bowl and get back to you.
His name is Jonathan P. Cyanide.
Mm-hmm.
He runs Fumble. It's weird.
He runs Fumble? That's kind of...
he runs... That's why I'm saying it's kind of weird.
It's one of those weird coincidences of life.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
He actually doesn't even play Cyanide. It's just his last.
Mm-hmm. Cauliflower having this ball is not good for my plans to win.
Oh, it's fine.
I mean, it is fine, but it could be better.
Oh, no.
Luckily for me...
Not Broccoli.
Broccoli, the mega killer, punching Suicide Tank is not great, but...
it is when he rolls skulls.
It's a roll down. It is really great when he rolls skulls. It is so great when he rolls skulls.
And stuns himself.
I was actually kind of hoping that he would roll another push. So luckily for me, I wish I could get pushed a square further forward, but I have plans. I have big plans, and they involve Suicide Tank, as always.
How did your last hot plan end?
Oh god, I can't even remember. What was my last top plan?
Your last hot play was the attempt at like 7 dodges and a throw and a handoff and set a bunch of tackles over the entire time.
Oh,
that failed about 20% through.
Hot.
It was actually too hot to handle.
You have not even begun to see my hot plays.
That play was so hot, people confused it for my mixtape.
So the thing about blitzing Suicide Tank in this fashion, obviously I don't want to... Bamboo has guard, so I can't do it that way, but the fact that I'm doing it this way means that I don't have to worry about the follow-up. Even though I would actually kind of like the follow-up, but it turns out it doesn't matter because I just won't block. The follow-up, because I would have been able to push Carrot away, and I marked the other player with Elven Cheerleader. But the fact that I'm doing double GFIs means that I can't actually throw my second Frenzy Blitz if I don't have the GFI movement to actually make the Blitz. It's kind of one of those weird things that I don't really think we've seen. I think I've done it maybe once, maybe twice.
It's probably happened. It's just one of those things that doesn't usually matter.
Yeah. It's very hard to find a use case for it to force yourself to waste your movement to double GFI.
You could run in a circle.
I could see doing it to try to avoid a Frenzy Trap situation.
Yeah, it's not a common thing, especially because you have to do 2 GFIs to make it happen.
Yeah.
It's usually not worth it to try to stop yourself from frenzy trapping.
Yeah.
So, a lot of your team is on the ground.
Or standing next to elves.
Yeah. It's
less than ideal.
Not looking good.
Luckily for me, though.
What the fuck is this?
That's pretty hot. That tree has Loner as well.
Okay, this is one of those games where it's tied 1-1, and yeah, maybe people think it's even, but Woop is getting super bad luck this entire game. He should be winning already.
I'm totally gonna win this game now. That's how Blood Bowl works. He passed the Loner roll.
Oh.
He passed the Loner roll. The skulls rain.
6 straight, 1 out of 3. What are the odds of that?
Skulls are back on the menu, boys.
Windows key, calculator.
Mm-hmm. Are you about to do some hot math?
3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3.
Okay.
Equals 1 in 729.
That's not bad.
728 times there, his tree doesn't fall down.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I didn't even do the loner roll. It actually doubles.
That's divided by 2, or times 2, I guess. So.
Yeah, I guess, whatever. 1 in 729.
Mm-hmm. You see, you were decrying my hot plays, but actually the beginning of hot play. This is actually a 2-part hot play, and it begins with him doing that 1 in 1400 play. The follow up is me getting the POW. Not like it matters to Elven Cheerleader, with Wrestle and Strip Ball and all that good stuff, but it definitely helps.
If I was Woop right now, I would be reduced to a pile of sodium.
And so the next thing I'm gonna want to do is clear onion out of the way. The rest of this is actually pretty easy.
Fuck you.
All I have to do is knock. I mean, compared to the rest of this hot play, this is just kind of a long banger. So I'm gonna want to go ahead and sneak around the side here.
This is why I drink.
Want to save that reroll just in case I need it. Not a problem. Dodge reroll's gone. Just gonna go ahead and hand off to Tina Fey. Now, the real question is, how do I actually, because of the path that I took with Elrond, I am sort of blocking myself off. I want to actually be running over to the right, or to the left. Broccoli has jump up and has a bunch of great skills to stop me, but if I can get in that left square to the side, I can avoid getting punched by Broccoli. And then the other player I want to look out for is Cauliflower. But if I take a step backwards, and then I'm losing 2 points of movement that I could be getting forward if I do the 3+2+ instead. So that's what I'm going to do.
Listen, I'm so glad that failed. You didn't fucking deserve that. God, that was horse shit. I wasn't even. I swear to you, I wasn't even watching. I just had my head in my hand, blocking off the entire screen, just waiting to hear if you failed. And that's when I looked back up.
So I think my grade in that case was justified.
Oh, totally.
Maybe it would have been if I would have done a GFI with Aran to put him in a better place, and then done GFIs with TNFA, I could have turned those 3+s into 2+ with the rerolls. But at some point, rolling less dice is better odds of success, and I could have ran to a place where no elf could have touched me, and then I could have sidestepped away and scored. But here we are back again.
I really hope he scores, because you don't deserve this game at this point.
This is all just Sound and Fury signifying nothing.
Like, how many turns does he had to end on skulls now? Like 3 plus
second.
another 2 plus another 4 rerolls spent on dub skulls?
One of those were one DBs. Those are always risky. Come on.
No.
There.
How have your 1 DBs gone?
I haven't thrown them because I'm smart.
What?
I threw a 1 and it was a push, and 1 was a POW.
You throw a 1 DB into a -2 DB frenzy on a sideline, which granted is not super bad. Okay, you're right. It's tactical when you do it. Okay, never mind.
Exactly.
Why am I even arguing? It's tactical when you do it. When anyone else does it, it's luck.
Yeah?
Okay, I can't.
Oh, and a fun thing about Bamboo, I believe we actually missed the stand-up roll there. If a player does not have the 3 movement necessary, nice twos. If a player does not have the movement necessary to, I think we've talked about this before, necessary to the 3 movement
we talked about this in the
stand
half
up.
game.
Okay, yeah. He's gonna be stuck in the ground basically forever, unless you can roll better than a 4, or a 4 or better, I should say. I can still get to that ball.
Fuck you.
Like, imagine if he rolls dub skulls on the pickup. I mean, if you want to say to his credit, Woop does not appear to be fazed by the fact that he just got 3DB into 3DB fucking fraud.
I don't know. We haven't seen the chat log this game.
Yeah, we have. It's been in and out. He definitely was not. He's not the kind of guy to sweat the small stuff. He's just gonna go ahead and score.
He's not gonna score. He's gonna stall.
Specifically, to be more specific, he's going to go ahead and not score.
He should 100% not score here.
Yeah. I could argue that in a game that wasn't this game right now, that maybe not scoring is kind of boring, but you would say that he's earned it maybe.
If he was up 2-1 right now and scoring would put him at 3-1, he might score. But a 1-1 tied game with how his dice have been, I wouldn't score either. And I hate stalling.
Always got to keep your eye on the turn counter. So I'm going to go ahead and do the only noble thing, which is the Frenzy Blitz on Yin. I should have actually... only badly hurt. Because he doesn't have his apothecary. I luckily do, because all of my players, again, have only been badly hurt. I arguably should have used my Blitz in that case. A thing that I totally didn't think about, and that is kind of scary, is putting Suicide Tank on the sideline is always scary. Even though he has sidestep, just because of all these leaping, blitzing, frenzying players who can like get in there and make this surf if possible.
It's fine because you have a side gauge on him.
Yeah, kind of. Elven Cheerleader obviously only has Wrestle, so I realized right about here, if I would have done that would have been almost assuredly. Actually, well, let me think about that. No, he could have blitzed Elven Cheerleader. I'm sort of coming to the realization, and even then I came to the realization that Elven Suicide Tank is almost assuredly being surfed. If I would have done the Defender Stumbles, and then he would have sidestepped right into the square, he would have been able to leap over by Tina Fey with his other War Dancer, and then just blitz Elven Cheerleader to push him into the position to make him assume the position.
Yeah, you said a whole lot of words there. I have no idea what you were trying to say.
The point being, Suicide Tank is surfed. He is surfed now. You may see him standing on the sideline.
He's standing there with 2 elves next to him blocking attack paths.
A foolish man would see him standing next to the sideline with no possible way of being surfed.
So now I'm a foolish man.
There's no human way that he could be surfed from here. But hey, Berg.
What?
I can surf from here.
You can't score from here, though. You can't just fucking change the tagline 28 games in.
Do you hear that noise?
What's that noise?
I want you to reach over, grab your conch shell, and hold it up to your ear.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to grab my cock and a beer.
Do you hear it? Hold your I was going to say hold your cock up to your ear. Hold your beer up to your ear. Do you hear that sound? That island sound?
Cock to one ear, beer to the other.
Do you hear the waves coming in and out?
Yeah.
It's like Hawaii, the sound of the islands.
Hawaii 5-0, Grace Park is in that.
I can hear nobody cares. I can hear the sound of the surf.
Okay. Sure.
And I don't even think that I'm going to be able to counter surf him. I'm not going to be able to. This is a pretty classic counter surf, but I don't think I'm going to be able to pull off the even more classic counter surf.
There's too many layers to the surf here.
There are always too many layers to the surf. Oh, dear. Tina Fey does have shadowing, funnily enough, but I don't think it helps me.
Use it.
Nah. Because that player Broccoli used her leap there, so I want Tina Fey just in case. Oh, but he's actually just going to score.
He should score.
I was kind of surprised, but then I sort of thought about it. He couldn't have stopped my team from just dodging away, so
yeah.
He did the arguably smart thing and went ahead and scored.
Not arguably, it was just the smart thing.
I could argue against it.
I mean, you could argue against anything. It doesn't mean you're right.
Unfortunately for him, arguably, I get a riot, so the turn counter goes forward.
Arguably.
Well, actually, I think it's inarguable the fact that the riot is actually better for me, because now I
get 7
chance.
Players.
Sure.
He's just gonna swarm you, and you're just gonna lose because of numbers.
Well, see, from here, if it was turn 14, I would have had chance to. I would have had to do the 2-turn because he would have been able to come down on me with a fucking fury. I would have had to do the 2-turn.
Just another fucking 1DB, pal.
Yeah, it's not a problem. He would have had a chance to do the 2-turn in response, but as it stands now, I'm going to be able to 2-turn, and then he's only going to get a 1-turn. Okay, well, that is to say, I'm going to get a chance at a 2-turn, and then he's going to get a chance at a 1-turn, and my chance is maybe better, but if I can 2-turn and keep him from 1-turning, then I can tie.
Good luck.
Nothing else matters until now. This is all that matters. I'm down, but some would say that I'm up.
Oh.
It's turn 15. Leap reroll's totally fine. I'm actually going to, because he fairly wisely put his War Dancers on the line. I'm going to both fall Elven Cheerleader back just in case I need to do some strip ball, blitzing, whatever shenanigans. And then I'm going to double GFI with the Dragon to bring him absolutely out of blitzing range.
Oh, wow. He did put both dances on the line. That's way smarter than anything I would have ever done. I would have never even thought of that.
Right. Well, with how few players I have, I mean, like, yeah, that seems pretty obvious.
Yeah, I mean, it seems obvious, but I fucking suck at Blood Bowl.
It's just one of those small things that those of us who are actually, like, not good at Blood Bowl would just not think to do, and it seems so common sense, but...
Would you do it?
No. God, no.
I just wanted to make sure you didn't think you were better than me, that's all.
No. I'm better than you. I'm just not better than Woop.
What? I'm way better than you?
Berg, people who started playing this back when we started this thing are now better than you. They've had enough time to play enough Blood Bowl to be better than you.
Hey, excuse me?
You're excused.
My Lizard team was once ranked number 3 when GGL was popular?
What are you, fucking, was it Al Bundy?
Yes. Well, my hand is down my pants right now, so...
Oh, he's fine.
Wow, you really didn't even bite on the fucking reference. I'm so upset.
I'm not gonna talk... We're not gonna
talk about Married with Children? You draw your standards too high?
I'm... That's a lot of casualties. I'm kind of upset that it's 6 casualties, but I'm also...
They're all badly hurt, it's fine.
I'm arguably more upset that they're all badly hurt. I just want someone to die. I want one person to die, actually, specifically.
Tony?
No.
Oh, he's never gonna die, don't worry about it.
It's Elf on the Shelf. Fuck that guy.
What
no,
did Elf on the Shelf do to you?
I don't know.
He's like a neutral party, like...
He's always the guy that I go to when I'm trying to think of it. Now that TurboFucker 9000's out, Elf on the Shelf is basically the player, the Switzerland type player that I go to when
How could you not want Tony to die? Even I want Tony to die.
Nah, I want him to live. He's pretty cool. He's a cool dude.
We got it, boys. He's one of Berg's boys now. We got him.
I've called Tony cool almost every match for several matches.
No words. You're one of Berg's boys.
Me?
You just have to get the tattoo on your chest. We all have it.
I was gonna say I don't remember taking part in any hazing.
Yeah, there's gonna be hazing. You just need to get the
I
tattoo
can only
first.
assume that there are hours and hours of extensive hazing.
It's not gonna be fun.
No, I don't even think it's gonna be fun for you guys to
No, we're gonna
initiate
feel
it.
awful for doing such things to a fellow human being.
Sure, and it's not even like that necessary to do. Like you could just not do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's never stopped fraternities, so yeah, it's fine.
Yep. Fair enough. So Leek is obviously trying to go ahead and top mark me, but it's not happening.
I think he was trying to get you to use a diving tackle.
Maybe. I could have actually diving tackled and then... Well, actually, I wouldn't have diving tackled because I need to do this pass. So I have players marking all the players who could make an interception, and I am unfortunately forced to throw over the top of a player again.
Six.
And
Six.
if I can get it over the top, the rest of this is pretty easy.
Yes!
It was a 6. Every time.
Not every time.
Every time.
Only like 80% of the time.
Is 100%.
16.7% of the time it works every time.
Yeah. And then, of course, he just does this. And that's the game!
That's actually the perfect ending for how this entire game went, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah, well. I'm not too upset about that. We're no worse for the wear, actually, and because we are getting back Rip Bottom Skink, who was niggled, and we decided to keep him. We're actually going to be up in TV, surprisingly enough. Oh, I should point out that turn 8 that I cut out, I totally forgot about until just now. Elf on the Shelf got a vanity pass, got doubles. What's up?
Whoa, he's getting guard.
He's totally getting, I don't know, it's not my call, it's your call.
Guard.
Go vote and we'll see you guys for the next match.
Hail Mary pass.
That's not your sign off.
Bye.
And now I'm gonna have to cut it in.